What's going on, everybody? What's shaking? Good to see some faces in here. Let's see. We got Jim. How you doing, Jim? What's going on? We got Niels Han Dynasty. Hey, what's up? SGTRP. Fatty, what's going on? West, what's up, brother? What's up? FG, how you doing? Good to see you guys. We got a fun one tonight. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get in here. We'll give them till 8:31. We're just going to kick this thing off. Should be about 20 to 30 minutes tonight, depending on how we go. What's up, Joseph? Kevin, what's shaking? Good to see you guys. What's happening, everybody? Good to see you guys. Hey, great chat last night with everybody. That was a great live with My Silver Journey and I. You guys were awesome last night. And the auction is definitely moving right along, guys. Sir Alfred, 210 stacks. What's going on? So, yeah, Wes, thanks for saying that. A little quick disclaimer. This is not a stacking video. This isn't a metals talk. This is for lack of better terms, a sarcastic look at the world around us. So, metals are saved for Thursdays and Sundays. This is just kind of a chat. So we try to keep it. I'm going to try to keep it to about a half hour at the worst. I know everybody's got stuff to do, but tonight's agenda, Jim, we're going to get right into it here in about a minute. So what's new in you guys' world? Hope everybody's doing well. Elle, what's shaking? Good to see you, girl. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Neil, exactly. It's a little chat, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Jim, it's amazing that you said that. EBT is going to be the first topic tonight. You got some intuition going there. What's up, Jay Nunez? Concurrent Lion. What's going on? Southeast. What's going on, guys? Wow, what a great turnout. You guys are awesome for popping out tonight. Like I said, we're just going to get together real quick, probably about a half hour, go over some stuff, share some opinions. You guys are more than welcome. Please feel free. Just because I'm griping about something doesn't make me right. Just basically how I feel about it. Buy up gold and silver. What's going on? Good deal. Joseph, good news. Good to hear that. Jim. Oh, yeah, Dems are going to love it. It is what it is. All right, so we're going to get started. Everybody coming in after this, they can catch it later on. So yeah, this is off the record for the 30th of October, 2025. Thank you for being here, everybody. Yep, Chris and Virginia, off the record. This is the non-metals show. It goes for about 30 minutes. Mustard and biscuits, what's up? Thank you, El. All right, so if you're watching tonight, thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. We're just having some fun. We're just talking about the world around us. Making some fun of it, I guess. That's the best way to talk about it. I can't describe it any other way. That's the best way I can come up with. But yeah, so this is not a stacking video, just so you know. It's not about gold and silver. So that's that. That's the disclaimer. So yeah, if you're catching me live, awesome. Thank you for being here again. If you're catching the replay, thank you as well. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and launch this thing, guys. Let's do it. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Turn up your volumes on this one.
Donald Trump has made the decision to let people across this country go hungry. Trump is telling 15 million hungry children, eat dirt. Trump is telling 1 million hungry vets, eat dirt. Trump is telling 8 million seniors who are hungry, eat dirt. That is how much Donald Trump cares about the children, the veterans, the seniors, the people of this country.
What President Trump is doing right now is using the fear that so many working people have about where their next meal is coming from as a political bargaining chip.
You gotta love that. You gotta love Miss Warren. I'll tell you what.
Is using the fear that so many working people have about where their next meal is coming from as a political bargaining chip.
Okay. So if you didn't know, that was Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren. And that blue-haired freak, what's her name? Rosa DeLauro, a Connecticut representative, Democrat. So, of course, they're coming up with all this great stuff. Guys, it just, none of that is true. And they are missing such a big part of what's going on here with all this. Hey, Bootsy, how are you? Welcome. Here's the deal. All right, here's the deal. The Democrats have voted 13 times against the bill that would have fully funded food stamps. All right, this bill that funds food stamps needs 60 votes. You got to have 60 to pass it. And it currently has 53 Republican votes. So it only needs 7 Democratic votes to pass. It got 3. 3 Democrats voted for this. Okay. So if anyone's not going to get their food stamps in November, just know that there's 53 Republicans out there who said, we want to give it to you. Everybody else on the Dem side said, yeah, we're holding a grudge. So Trump's already confirmed to sign the bill if it passes. Okay. This is the reason this government is so standoffish and not working. It just, when you've got this going on, who's it hurting? It's not hurting them. They're rich. They're loaded. They have no worries in the world. None. No worries in the world. They're loaded. We get hurt. We're the ones that get hurt. The middle class, lower class, because they're arguing and they can't make any damn sense. So it's the Democrats who are holding up the bill overall. But look, you just saw how insanely quick they are to blame President Trump like it's his fault. It's not. And people might understand this. They might understand it if the media would just do its damn job. The media sucks. The media sucks. So, I can't. Here's a tip, and this is how I understand it. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. The president just cannot pass a bill. He can't pass it until it clears the Senate. Okay. Now, on the flip side, some questionable sources reported that the Republican side is saying it's all or nothing while the Democrats were pushing for food and funding. So now you've got stories on both sides. Okay, now you got stories on both sides. Democrats have repeatedly voted against reopening the government. Democrats have, okay, because of their demands to Republicans to extend expiring healthcare subsidies. That's what's hanging this up. That's all that's hanging this up right there. Make it make sense. And the fallout, you get folks telling everyone they're just going to fill up a cart at Walmart, Target, and they're just going to fill that damn cart up and they're going to just walk out the door if they don't get their stamps. That's what it's come to. It's already come down to that. So you get people threatening to do stuff like this.
If I came in your house with all my bags, picking out all your food, deep freezer, snacks, your grandmama's milk, and everything, what you gonna do? I'm curious. What you gonna
do? That's just one of many videos that are going around the internet right now. They're talking about raiding Walmart, Food Lion, and now they're talking about coming into your house. They're talking about coming into your house just like that, and they're going to take your stuff. What am I going to do? What you going to do? Well, for one, I'd highly advise against it. And that advice is free. You're not going to like the end result, but then again, you're not going to be around to really care about it either. So go ahead and break into my house. Have at it. Have at it. And I guarantee you there's a bunch of people in this chat. They're going to say the same damn thing. Go ahead. Bring it. So we got more than enough here. I got plenty for you. I'll give you all the ammo. I'll give you all the brass, all the friggin' lead you can eat. Come on by. It's your choice. It's your choice. Here's yet another misguided baboon. Check this out.
I just learned that I don't get to eat this month. I don't get my food stamps this month because a mother in the White House, an orange mother in the White House wants a ballroom for $3 billion. I don't get to eat. What? My government is supposed to help me, not hurt me. Why is it hurting me?
Boo freaking who, you freaking weirdo. There's another one. There's another one for you. Another one, quick to blame Trump, that bad orange man. And she's bitching about spending billions on a ballroom. First off, it's not $3 billion. That's way less than that. Second of all, that whatever the hell he's doing, it's privately funded. It's not coming out of your taxes. It's not having any effect on your food stamps. But yet here we are. They just want to blame the orange man. It's his fault. Private funds has nothing to do with you eating this month. Nothing. I find it completely ironic here. Last week it was no kings. No kings. I mean, last I checked, we didn't have kings, and nobody's proclaiming they are one. And this week it's feed me king. What the hell is that? Come on. No kings, feed me king. It is what it is. And if you needed some convincing that we are in trouble, here you go.
Why are you protesting?
We are the resistance! You MAGA rednecks better cower with fear!
There you go. Cower with fear, everybody. That's the resistance. That is the resistance. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit before we move on. Let's see. Not in the South. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be breaking into houses. You'd have to have a death wish for sure. L, yeah, not in the South, not anywhere. Snake says, good luck coming into my house. You need some extra 9mm, Neil? I bought a bunch of it. That, and I got plenty for the AR as well. Mustard said there's so much wrong with her. There's something wrong with all three of them that we showed. All four. Jay Nunez, yes, privately funded for that ballroom. I don't know why he felt the need to tear it up, but I mean, it'll be there for everyone else's use after he's gone. So that's not, I don't know. It is what it is. But yes, it was donated money. It was funded completely privately. Fatty says, I don't think she pays taxes. You think? Steve Newberry, Laquisha's who blame they have no idea how government works. Correct. But you know where they're getting that from, Steve? They're watching TV. They're watching the media. All they're doing is regurgitating crap that they see. They're spouting and regurgitating stuff that they're fed by the media. That's how it works. That's how you get where we are now. I don't know about you guys, but I don't watch the news. I not doing it. I refuse. So it is what it is. What else here? Catching up on chats. Sergeant says, no kings, no food stamps, no shit. Yep. Being Becky donates to food banks. Yes, I do as well. I believe in food banks. And that's another thing. All these people say they're not going to be able to eat. There are food banks, there are churches, there are shelters. There are places to get some food. It's either their pride or they don't want to go or they don't want to do it. It's insane. It's insane. So I don't know. Will not be used till Vance gets it. Could be. Yeah, it could be. Neil's going to watch the Warriors. SD Bullion showed the hearing for new candidate for Mint Director. I didn't catch that. I'll have to catch up on that, Sir Alfred. No doubt. What's up, OTG? See you sneaking in there. Al hasn't watched the news in over 10 years. You and me both, girl. You and me both. My Silver Journey says, ain't nobody got time for that. Yes, my brother. For sure. Stack to the Moon said, same. I ditched my dish. So no news for me. Churches need to step up. I agree. I think that churches are steadily collecting tithings. Everybody's giving every week. They're doing their 10% or whatever it is. Churches need to step up as well. And not for nothing, but the Roman Catholic, you know what the richest bank in the world is? Take one guess. The Vatican. Richest, it may as well be a bank. It is the richest bank church in the world. So, what's up, Craven Silver and Gold? Yep, Neil, the Pope. Yep, that's it. So, look, we're gonna close out. We're gonna close out the whole ET or food stamps thing here. And bottom line is this: 40 million people in the U.S. alone. 40 million people depend on food stamps. I get it, but the program, to me, is in need of a massive reform. First of all, I think I saw it in the chat. Absolutely should be contingent upon passing a drug test, should be contingent upon looking for a job, actively looking for a job. It should be contingent on situation by situation. Look, I get it. Look, there's elderly folks out there who can't afford groceries. There's folks with families with children who can't afford groceries. I get it. I am not saying that this program is garbage. It has a good intention, but we're going about it all wrong, and it needs a complete freaking reform. Complete. And there should be term limits on it. There should be limits like you get, hey, if you go over 5 years, we're going to cut it back. Even less than that. I mean, there's some that would say less than 5 years. It was never meant to be. It was never meant to be a way of life, is what I'm saying. It's supposed to be a crutch to help you get through, not a way of life. Hey, I'm not paying for you to stay home and keep popping out kids. That's not why I'm working and paying my taxes. It's bad enough I'm watching my money go in the trillions overseas. We could be putting those resources here. So, it's the lazy ones. It's the ones who are bucking the system. Those are the ones that piss me the hell off. Those are the ones that piss me off. I'm going to give you a case in point. You guys are going to love this one. You're going to love it. Check this out.
It's been 7 days since I lost my food stamps, so I have not been able to afford groceries. I didn't get my cash assistance for this month. Section 8 didn't pay my rent yesterday, so now I have to come up with $1,100 that I don't have. Okay, $1,100. So where am I going to come up with that? I don't have a job. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not going to get a job. I've never had a job. I'm not going to do it now. Okay, I have been on welfare benefits for 13 years. And now they decide they want to put a time limit on this. It has been 13 years that I have received almost $10,000 a month in benefits. And now you expect me to just get up and find that $10,000 somewhere else. I have 6 mouths to feed. 6 mouths. It has been a week. I have not been able to put food in this house. I now have to come up with rent. Yes, I got my nails done today. Yes, I got my eyelashes done today.
Oh.
Yes, I got my eyebrows done today.
Awesome.
Okay, just because I can't pay my bills does not mean I have to go around looking like a bum. So yes, I did get my nails done. Sue me, okay? Sue me.
Yikes. What did I say earlier? They just keep spitting out kids as an excuse to freaking keep collecting benefits so they don't have to get a job. They'd rather have more babies with different daddies than freaking get a job. That's sad. And those are the ones that piss me off right there. That's the crap I'm talking about. And $10,000 a month. I assume she's including medical benefits. But holy hell. There's people that are working their butts off, working their asses off that don't get $10,000 a month. This woman's got it made, and she's pissed off that she's getting cut. She should have been off 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Stop having freaking kids. Stop. Put a damn friggin' aspirin between your knees and keep them shut. Keep your legs shut. Lazy witch. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Oh, God, it makes me mad. I'll tell you what. Entitled. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's catch up a little bit on the chat. L, don't expect handouts from the government. They are keeping you enslaved. That's exactly the way they want it. What does that equal? L, that equals control. And that's what the government seems to thrive on. Control. The government is closed. If they stop taking taxes out of your paycheck, not last time I checked. Good point, Jim. I'll tell you what. Drug test. Yes. SE. I agree 100%, man. You ought to be passing a drug test and you ought to be actively looking for work. Just those are the requirements on unemployment. Should be the same on food stamps. What else? Yeah, Chris said 10K a month. I don't know how accurate that is, but it is what it is. She can't afford to lose a couple. She can afford to lose a couple pounds. Yeah. 10K a month and you did not get a penny. Well, that is what it is. 210 Stack says 10K a month. WTF. I agree. I completely agree. FG says he works a good job and doesn't get 10K a month. I don't know too many that are making 10K a month, brother. Seriously. I do very well with my job. I'm not making 10 a month. They're not. Come on. And even if I did make 10 a month, it'd get killed in taxes. What's the point? The government's going to take every bit of it. Snakebite says, lazy. What is more important, nails or her kids? Close your legs. Excuse me. Absolutely. SGT Sergeant says, see what she spends child support on, if she's even getting any. There's some deadbeat dads out there too, so I kind of get some of it. And that's the other thing with these food stamps. You know, I can understand. You see these people bragging on YouTube about what they bought with their food stamps. You got steaks, you got lobsters, you got premium stuff. You got the crappiest, the shittiest snacks in the world to feed your kids. You're going to make everybody's overweight, including the kids. You're getting the crap food. You, with the money you're getting on food stamps, you should be common sense shopping. Breads, meats, cheese, protein, healthy snacks, fruit, vegetables. Nobody ever said go out and get steaks and eat burgers every day, or friggin' ho-hos and ding-dongs or whatever the hell they got out there. They're not buying it. That's the problem. We're giving them too much. If they're able to afford that much, we're giving them too much. I'll tell you what, you give me $10, even in today's shitty economy, give me $10. I will survive a week. I freaking promise you I can survive a week on $10 for food. Promise you. And I guarantee you, every damn one of you in here could do the same. Guarantee you. $10. I'm not even playing, even in today's economy. So, yeah, and the carbonated drinks. Jay Nunez says carbonated drinks, frozen food. They're drinking soda like it's freaking water. It's unbelievable. Fatty says he can't afford beef. It's gone way up. There's no question. There is no question. Mustard and Biscuit says he's done it. Look, we've all been there. Dude, when I first got married, it was my salary and 3 kids and a wife who didn't work. So I worked 2 jobs. I worked 90 hours a week. Never did I go to the government and say, help me provide for my family. I could have, because we certainly could have used the help, but call it pride. That Italian pride wasn't going to allow me to do it. I just rather bust my ass, work 90 hours a week, practically kill myself doing it. But we didn't go without, and we made the rent every month. So it can be done. It can be done. Concurrent Lion says you just had beans and rice tonight. See, I'm telling you, guys, if they just shop smart, wouldn't have to worry about it. Excuse me. Goodness. So one last note, and then we're going to move on. This right here, everything I've shown you tonight, this is why socialism and communism will never work. It's not going to work. It's dangerous. It's flat out dangerous. A government that can feed you could conceivably cut you off and starve you out just like that. That's not a world I want to live in. Not at all. Not at all. Sorry about that. I'm getting a cough here. Now, can you only imagine if the food supply was cut off? Can you imagine the absolute chaos that would reign in this country? God. Oh, Lordy. Jim says, nobody check your blood pressure this evening. Amen, man. Amen, brother. Amen. Being Becky says she worked 3 jobs. It's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's not the great, not a great scenario, but that's awesome that you busted your butt. So, damn. Good timing for the cough. All right. So, yeah, I mean, that was the big part of what I had for you guys tonight. That's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Everybody's bitching about their benefits being cut off. They're blaming the orange man. It's not even the orange man. Look at your Democratic representatives. Start there. All right. Now, that being said, Republicans and Dems, they need to get it together, because the way this government is going now, when you got a shutdown that's lasted as long as it has, because you guys can't come to friggin' agreements, again, you go home to your little mansions. You go home to your McMansions, your steak and lobster dinner. It's the common folks that are hurting from the shutdown. Agree, get something done, get this shit back in order, and get your butts back to work. Period. So that's all I got to say about that. Like a Forrest Gump moment. All right, moving on. Last topic of the night. Aliens. Aliens, man. So in a little bit more, I don't know, lighthearted news, I guess. ET is apparently making a return appearance around the 1st of November, according to those who believe. Scientists are on high alert as an unidentified object, kind of looking something like whatever that thing is. Looks like a space cigar to me. But an unidentified object has been detected speeding towards Earth. Now, the nature of the object is a mystery. They're not sure what it is, but one expert says it could just be extraterrestrial in origin. It's got to be. So, right? It has to be. And others are saying it's just a comet. So they've named the anomaly, and that's what I call it, an anomaly, because they don't know what the hell it is yet. It's 31 Atlas, or 3I Atlas, whatever the hell it is. They've actually got a Harvard professor, Professor Loeb or Lob. I don't know how to pronounce that. And he's been outspoken about the potential existence of spaceships in the cosmos. Been preaching it for years. And now he speculates that this object could be a mothership. Harvard professor. He cautions that its appearance might indicate technological design. Yeah. Looking at that, looks completely technological, right? I don't know. Could be a space turd for all we know. Now, all that said, look, I know I'm being a little bit, standoffish on it, but for all intents and purposes, you guys, there's a video out there. If you've ever seen it, it's fascinating as hell. It starts with the Earth, and then it starts panning out, and then it shows you other planets, and then it just keeps panning out. Finally, the galaxy that we're in turns into a speck of dust, and you're seeing everything. It's amazing. We are, if you've heard the Kansas song Dust in the Wind, that's exactly what we are. We are nothing but a speck in the grand scope of things. So for you to think, or anybody to think, even me, as doubtful as I've never seen a UFO, but I'm also a realist, that's a hell of a lot of space up there. Excuse me. That is a lot of space up there. Literally, you could look at a grain of sand on the beach, and that's how many galaxies are probably out there. It's insane. It's insane. And then you got to think about the past civilizations. How the hell did they build some of that stuff? And I mean, to an exact point, to where some today could match the way they were built. It's crazy. The pyramids, for example, perfectly aligned with the cosmos. It is amazing. But yeah, for me personally, yeah, again, I've never seen a UFO, including this piece of crap floating through space here. But it doesn't mean that we're the only ones. It's kind of naive to think we're the only ones alive as we're on a speck of dust. Our whole galaxy, we're just one speck of dust. So is there life out there? Probably. Will we ever know about it? Probably not. So I don't think the population could handle spaceships and UFOs. I really don't. So I don't know. What do you guys think? West, what about the fighter pilots that say they've seen them? They've seen them. I haven't. So I don't know. I don't know what they've seen. It's crazy. Sergeant says aliens are coming for their EBT cards. For real. Elle says she loves the comments on the chat. Yeah, we got some good folks here, Elle. We really do. I love everybody's attitude. Fatty says, but even from the furthest point, you can still see AOC's mouth. Oh, God, that woman. Running for president, guys. She's going to run for president. Mouth of the South. If the government says aliens are real, this is from S.E. Stacker, then they don't. Yeah. That is what it is, right? What else we got? Fatty says demons or Rosie O'Donnell. I got one more closing remark on Rosie. You guys will love it. L says the government is screwing with us. They're always screwing with us, L. They've done that since the beginning. She won't win. God, I hope not. This country is doomed if AOC wins the presidency. I don't mind a female candidate. I don't. I'm not. Look, I would love to see somebody in office that can just do the job. That's all I want to see from our elected officials. Okay. What's up, Showtime? Yeah, you missed the first part, man. We were getting it. We were getting it. You gotta have to catch the replay. It was pretty good. So, all right, one closing remark, and it is about Rosie O'Donnell. We joke about her on the lives all the time, but there is a Rosie O'Donnell closing remark. She's asking Americans. Bear in mind, she's moved to Ireland now. She's not even here, which is fantastic. But she's asking Americans for support as her drug abusing convict daughter is heading to prison. She's saying, "Pray for my baby," and I think she's an atheist. I don't remember. But yeah, Rosie O'Donnell, who pretty much spits on everything that we stand for, is asking you for your prayers and your thoughts about her daughter, who has done enough to get a prison sentence. I wish I could help you, Rosie. Don't care. Really don't. I couldn't give two shits about your daughter and what the drugs and the criminal record and all that stuff. Don't care. You know, you're over there in Ireland. Why don't you ask Ireland for thoughts and prayers? I'm sure they'll help you. They will help you. Let's see. We're going to close it out with some comments. Oh, Patriotic just came in. What's up, man? You missed the best part. Jay Nunez says, who thinks Omar is hot? I don't know. Didn't she marry her brother, or was that just a vicious rumor? Those guys, those folks, and I'll tell you what. L says Rosie failed her daughter when she wasted her time with Trump instead of looking after her child. Yeah, it probably goes back, but I'm going to be honest with you, L. You could be the best parent in the world, and sometimes you just can't control what your kids end up doing. I mean, they're going to make their own choices when they come of age. So you could have raised them right, done everything the right way, and they could still cross over into a troubled child. So it is what it is. OTG says her brother thinks she's a 10. Oh, Omar. Showtime says pound sand, Rosie. I agree. Pound it hard. What else we got? Nice time. Have a nice time in prison. You earned it. Yes, sir. Yep. Patriotic says he usually misses the best part. Nunez is laughing. Showtime said married her cousin. And Chris in Virginia said, I'll second that thought. Well, there you have it, guys. We've hit we're right at 33 minutes. So I'm pretty adamant about keeping it there. Hopefully we can close it out and call it a day. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Joseph Lopez says, any thoughts on artificial intelligence fighter jets? Oh, I'm sure they'll be here. They'll have drones. They already have drones. They've already got drones, so I wouldn't doubt it. AI is getting scary, guys. I don't know how you feel about AI, but damn, that's some scary stuff. We're not going to know truth from fiction here in another year. So, Mustard and Biscuit says, off the record should be longer videos. Maybe as we go on, if you guys like what we're doing here, we can make it an hour. We can do that if you want. Chris in Virginia says Skynet is coming. Yeah, right. Nobody learned a lesson from Terminator, I guess. But thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So we'll do it again in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll move it up to weekly. If it's kind of a lot of work though to do the Sunday video, and this every week. So for now, I'm going to keep the every other week format. But spread the word. Let's get some more folks out here to watch me bitching about stuff. I'm having fun doing it, and I hope you guys are as well. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you for being here. God bless. Get stacked if we were doing a stacking video, and stay safe. Have a fantastic week. Good night, everybody.